Hello and a very warm welcome back to the channel. We're away for the few days during the week, which is unusual for us. Normally we're weekend trips
people.
away, yeah, or a full week. But we've come away to York. We thought we'd check out the Christmas markets, and we saw there was a nice brewery that hopefully we can get into at some point. But yeah, we're staying on a small campsite that's sort of twinned, or it's part of the pub, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's called the Lysander Arms is the pub, and then the caravan site that's basically on the site of the pub is called Rawcliffe Caravan Site. Quaint little site. I think it's got 13 pitches. They're all hard standing with like a bit of grass beside it. We'll show you that in a moment.
Yeah, fully serviced.
Yeah, fully serviced. So you get your grey waste disposal point. You get fresh water, electric hookup. I think there's even an LSAM point as well. I think that's what that meant.
Is that what the metal bit is?
Yeah. And then really unusually, you get a bin. I've never seen a bin. I don't know whether you can see that. I've never seen a bin on a service pitch. That's crazy. But yeah, I would say the trip didn't start out in the best vein. So we had some trials and tribulations, but we'll get into that shortly. This is not where we originally booked, but yeah, we'll get into that shortly. But let's have a quick look at the pitch. So lovely pitch. It's hard standing for your vehicle, and then obviously you've got a nice bit of grass beside it, which is nice. As we said, fully serviced pitch. So it's got your service post with electric hookup, fresh water, grey waste disposal. I think that's an LSAM point there, and as we say, bin unusually is at the back, which is surprising. I've never seen that before.
No, I love it because you struggle for a bin when you've got a small camper van.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you end up either sometimes having to leave it outside, and then you're like, oh, is there going to be little
you can't
noses in there like mice and stuff?
Or
so,
Sibes.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So we have a tiny little bin, don't we? Which means we have to keep emptying it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great for us. But yeah, let's get in the camper in the warm and talk about the start of this trip. So back in late October, we decided we were going to go somewhere for sort of the last trip of the year. We were sort of trying to find somewhere a little bit Christmassy that we could go, wouldn't we? Maybe some Christmas markets or that.
Yeah. I thought York is perfect.
Yeah, we checked
it always
out.
Looks so nice. I've been, but not for ages. So.
Yeah, I've never been. So we were like, okay, cool. So we booked on a campsite. It's a caravan and motorhome site, isn't it? That's right in the centre of York.
It's called Roundtree Park.
Yeah, and it's situated right next to the river, and it's about probably a 10 or 15 minute walk to the very centre, you know, the Shambles and where the markets and all that was. So we're like perfectly situated. We won't have to move the van. We can just pop in and out from the city whenever we want or whatever. So that was the plan. But as I'm sure many of you are aware, recently there's been just a colossal amount of rain. And unfortunately that means there's quite a bit of localised flooding here, and the river's actually burst its banks, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's overflowed, and they phoned me up and said that it's basically the road to the campsite is flooded, so there's nothing they can do. So we tried to book for a weekend, didn't we? Yeah.
Couldn't get in the weekend, so we booked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They rang us and said, can we move your booking to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Yeah, because they said you might be able to arrive on Wednesday, as in today, rather than yesterday, because it might have sorted itself out by then, but obviously it hasn't. They phoned me up yesterday and said, your booking's cancelled. So I was like, oh no, gutted, because we were really looking forward to it,
Yeah,
weren't
we were, yeah. So then we were scrambling around, should we do pub stopovers, maybe one place, one another place, stop somewhere way out of the way, and then we found this place, didn't we?
Yeah, bear in mind this is yesterday, so it's been really last minute.
Yeah, really cool looking place actually. A little bit out from the centre, so probably, I think it's 2.8 miles pretty much to the centre from here if you were to walk it. So it's a little bit out of the city. I mean, you could walk in, no problem, but we probably won't because of the dogs and then obviously walking back. But we can still pop in, so it's fine for location, just not as convenient, but just a lovely little site that we found, and we rang them, availability, they were fine. I think when we arrived there was 3 empty pitches. I mean, it's midweek, so I guess maybe it's not quite so busy. Yeah,
I don't think we'd have got in anywhere if it had been a weekend.
No, probably not, especially this time of year. I mean, we saw what the Roundtree Park was like, you know, or the Roundtree Caravan and Motorhome Club site. You know, we couldn't get in at all anywhere. So, but yeah, we've made the most of it. We've managed to find somewhere, and yeah, we're just looking forward to a nice weekend, or nice few days.
Yeah, you keep
saying weekend. I can't get it out of my head. I'm so in.
You've booked time off work.
I know. Yeah, I'm so in the zone. But yeah. So yeah, we'll explore York in the due course.
Yeah.
So we'll catch you in a bit. So we've just taken a drive down to York. Traffic was terrible, wasn't it? Although it's rush hour.
It's rush. We've literally driven down here at the worst time, haven't we?
Yeah, we found this. I found somewhere that you could park literally just around the corner from the brewery, and you could book parking. It's like an enclosed car park where you sort of book your space. So we've managed to come here. It's quite tight. I wouldn't want to come down here in a vehicle bigger than ours. But I like the fact it's a properly secure car park. You've got, there's like a code you have to put in to get into here after you've booked online. So that's quite nice. But like I say, it is tight. I have to say it's tight, even for a vehicle of our size. It's really tight. But yeah, I think we're going to take a wander. It's literally, 1 or 2 streets over, and we'll be at the brewery to, have a taste of their beers. Obviously, got to drive back, so I'll maybe just have one. And then they do some, like, is it low or no alcohol beer? So maybe I could have one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, be good to taste them. Is it called? What's the brewery called?
Brew York.
Brew York. I think that's a cool name for a brewery, isn't it? So York brewery called Brew York. I quite like that.
Yeah. Their branding and everything looks really cool. So we'll see.
Definitely. Did we see them in the supermarket the other day or?
Yeah, I'd never seen.
No, I'd never seen them.
They had a gift set in.
That's it. Yeah.
Was it in Asda?
Yeah, we were in Asda, weren't we? And we saw a gift set for the Brew York Brewery, which was quite cool. It's funny how you're going to do something, and then you see things that relate to that.
Yeah, because I'd never noticed their stuff anywhere before.
If you didn't know about the Brew York Brewery, you wouldn't
maybe I wouldn't have noticed
you wouldn't think about it.
Maybe I wouldn't have noticed it, but
yeah. So we're going to saddle the dogs up, take a walk to the brewery, and get some beer.
So we've come into the Brew York Brewery, and it sounds really busy. It's really busy over by the bar, but we've found a really nice corner where there's not many people around at all. So we're in here with the dogs, and Rich has gone to get us a beer. I'll just show you around. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, here he comes now with the beers.
So we took him into our first beer, which I really like mine. Mine's an American Pale called Lupin Lion. And then you've got a Pilsner called, I think it was called Coney? No, Golden Eagle.
Golden Eagle.
That's what I was going to have. I was going to have a Coney, which is like a hazy pale, I think. But then I saw this and I really like American Pale, so I went for that.
Yeah, I really like the Pilsner.
Yeah, it's good.
If it's a Pilsner lager, I'll always like it. If it's a Pils lager, I have to leave it because I won't like it.
Yeah, I mean,
a Pilsner, I always like a Pilsner.
I said to you, I've tried yours. It just tastes like a good lager, but I'm not really a fan of lager. I prefer the more hoppy ones, a bit more flavour to them. I really much prefer that. But yeah, I think we'll finish these up and maybe get another one. I'm probably going to try their no alcohol one, see what that's like.
Yeah, because you can't really have another one, can you?
No, see what that's like, and then I'm guessing you'll probably have another one of them.
Yeah, I might do. Yeah. It was a bit like, do we drive down or do we not? Because
yeah, we could have maybe got the park and ride down, which, if we come down again maybe tomorrow, we might do that.
We might do,
or we might drive down again. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We can take some takeouts back to the van, have some dinner with some beer at the van.
Yeah, that's what we thought. We can go to the shop, can't we?
Exactly.
They've got a shop here, so we can go there and get some cans or whatever they do.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not the end of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, finish these up and see what the next beer holds. So we've got back to the van, we're all set up again. and we've just made some dinner. We've gone for one of our go-to dinners, which is like tortellini, some sauce, and the sort of cheese and onion flatbreads, haven't we?
Yeah.
Just a really
It's
simple,
so easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it takes like 10 minutes to cook it or something. Boil some water, boil the pasta, heat the flatbread up, and you're good to go. But we've got some takeouts from Brew York. So I'm trying the Coney, which is the one that I didn't try while we were there, and you've got another Golden Eagle, which is the Pilsner that you like.
Yeah, and then I've got another lager as well, haven't I? And you've got...
Is yours a light American lager? I've not heard of that.
I just thought I'd try it
to
see what it's like, I don't know.
And then I got one of those Lupu Lion.
Yeah, you had one of these there.
Yeah, I
didn't
did.
you?
Yeah, I thought I kept calling it Lulu Lion. I don't know why, but yeah. So that's us. We've also got the football on because Leicester are playing,
and they're currently losing to Millwall.
Obviously. So yeah, we're going to eat and then watch the football. Morning.
Morning.
We have woken up in York. Lovely morning actually. The sun's come out. It's quite cold, but it's not too bad. We had a good night's sleep. A little bit cold, but
yeah, it's just like, you know, if one of your feet came out of the covers, you'd be whipping it straight back in.
Yeah,
but once you were under, you were absolutely fine.
Didn't put the heater on, so it can't have been that bad.
No.
And then today I think we're going to go into York. I think we're going to go down in the van again because it was just really convenient. Park the van up relatively near, and you can just go and explore. And obviously with the van there, we've got a base if we want to come back and have some lunch, or the dogs are being really annoying and we want to just come back and have a break or whatever. So that's the plan today, I think. And then later on, I think we're going to get in the pub for some food, maybe.
Yeah, we'll probably come to the pub here, won't we?
Just on site.
Yeah.
Because although this is sort of like a pub stopover, it is actually a dedicated sort of campsite on the land that the pub's on. So it's not like a traditional pub stopover where you sort of obliged to use the pub for food or whatever. So there's no obligation to do that. But it looks a really nice pub. The food looks nice, so we think we should get in there and at least support them and have some food there. So yeah, I think that's the plan. York exploration during the day, and then in the pub later on. But I think first it's time for breakfast.
So we have got a special advent calendar this year. Normally we have got a chocolate one, to be fair, but my auntie, hello Jill if you're watching, she bought us a Brewdog beer advent calendar like between us, which has been amazing. We've been opening it every day in the morning, putting the beer in the fridge, and then coming back in the evening and sharing it between us. So let's get today's open. We're up to 14th today, is it?
It's
yeah, 14th today. So obviously you can see all the ones we've opened. So let's get number 14 open and see what we've got. What have we got? Ooh, Hop Frenzy Hazy IPA. I don't think I've had that one.
I don't think I have.
Nice. Ooh, it's 5.8. So we'll get that in the fridge and then we can have that later. But yeah, how amazing is this? What a brilliant present from my auntie. Just a fantastic thing. We've really enjoyed trying all the beers, because every single day is a different beer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been really good opening it every day. We just get excited, don't we, in the morning?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we'll get this one in the fridge and we'll have that later. Right, well, we finally got parked down in York. I tell you what, last night when we came down, albeit we pre-booked a car park space, but the car park, we passed at least one car park that had spaces in it. So we didn't think parking was going to be too bad. We were massively wrong.
Yeah, we totally underestimated that. There was no spaces in any car park that we came to, was there?
I think we tried 4 or 5 car parks. Eventually we found a little one that you could stay for 3 hours in. So we parked in there. So I think we'll probably be here. Well, either we'll move it after that, or we'll maybe call it a day after 3 hours down here. We'll see how we do.
Yeah, but we're thinking if we don't get long enough today, we've got no rush to get home tomorrow, so we could always come back into York tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And do anything that we didn't do today.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, so then we are wandering down from the car park. So we're probably about 15 minutes or so away from the very centre of York where the markets are and stuff. So we're just wandering there. I think we are going to be passing a bridge which you can really see the extent of the flooding that's happened in the last few weeks. So it might be interesting to get some shots of that. So when we get to the bridge, we'll show you that. And as you can see, that's why we were unable to stay on Roundtree Park. Just flooding crazy. So normally there's just a bit of river in the middle, and then the outsides is like a walkway. Obviously that's completely flooded.
Yeah, people sit out over there by the Slug and Lettuce,
Slug and Lettuce,
and that waterfront place over there.
Yeah, there's like
people
an
sit
outdoor
out.
piece normally, isn't there? Crazy.
But it's literally all flooded.
And obviously the Roundtree Caravan Motorhome Club site is literally backs onto this. So yeah, crazy. Right, let's continue on to York. We've headed to the Shambles, which is like a really cool street with really cool like buildings and shops and stuff.
Yeah, it looks like Diagon Alley.
Yeah, and there's actually a Harry Potter shop.
There is a Harry Potter
down
shop.
there, isn't there? Yeah, come on, let's head down.
Here's the Ghost Merchant.
They're really cool, aren't they?
I think they're cool. There's normally a big queue out here.
Yeah.
Or is this the queue?
Oh, that's cute. Brilliant. So we just walked down the Shambles, some stunning buildings down there. Isn't there?
Amazing.
I didn't realise the Harry Potter shop, the shop that shall not be named.
Shop that must not be named.
Must not be named, that's it. I didn't realise that was as big as it was. It's just like one bit on one side of the Shambles.
Yeah, it looks like they've got two different units, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then there's a shop which everyone queues to get into.
Yeah, the York
It's
Ghost
really
Merchants.
popular.
They sell like little ceramic ghosts. But yeah, everyone's mad for them.
Huge
And I was
queue
like,
to
hang
get
on
in
a
there.
minute, there's normally a massive queue out here.
And then we turned
And then we
around,
turned around and the queue
and
was like in the
huge.
middle.
It just looked like people walking down the street, so that was cool. But yeah, we ended up at York Minster. Just gonna have a quick look there, and then I think maybe head back the way we came.
Yeah.
Maybe towards the Christmas markets.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll catch you a bit further up. So we've just got to the Christmas markets. I've got a mulled wine. You had a mulled cider. Well, what happened to your mulled cider, Lou?
It wasn't very nice. So I drank a little bit of it, but I've got to admit, I had to get rid of it. It was disgusting.
Like I will say,
I never tried mulled cider before, and I thought, oh, I want to try it.
Yeah, I don't like cider anyway. I tried it and it's...
I do.
Yeah.
I quite like cider, so I thought it'd be all right, but it's not.
Yeah, little mulled wine for me. And then, yeah, we're going to tackle the Christmas markets. They look really cool. It's good atmosphere, lights, music. It's cool. And it's not massively busy. I thought it was going to be like absolutely rammed. It doesn't seem too bad.
It's not too bad.
So yeah, let's delve into these Christmas markets and see what we can see. Well, we're back at the site now. Had a lovely time in York, really enjoyed looking around. Some beautiful shops, Christmas markets were really nice. It was a really festive feel actually, quite a few people around, music playing and it was lovely.
It's just a really nice place to be, York.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's such a lovely city.
And
really
York Minster was amazing.
Incredible building,
What an incredible building that was.
The dogs got a lot of attention, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few times when you'd gone in shops and I'd stayed out, like with the dogs, and then like 10 people would come and say hello to the dogs or whatever while you were gone. So, but I mean, that's fairly normal, really. But yeah, had a really good time. So we obviously back at the site now. We're going to go and get something to eat.
Yeah, at the pub on site.
Booked in at the pub about 5:30. So we're going to go see what the food's like, and then we'll be back here for
chill time.
Yeah, probably a beer. So we will we'll crack on and get some food. Well, we've just got back from a lovely meal at the pub. I had the beef short rib with horseradish mash, absolutely delicious. You had a burger, didn't you?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, absolutely delicious. Some quite nice beers in there. I had a neck oil and you had a Carling.
I just had a Carling,
yeah. I think they've got like Madry, John Smith, Doombar, Cause, I think they've got in there. They've got quite a few beers in there.
They're all sort of like, you know, like mainstream beers.
Yeah,
really.
definitely, yeah. Didn't seem to have anything local in there. I didn't
notice anything.
No, but yeah. Yeah, so we're just back from there and we've just opened the Hop Frenzy from this morning. So we're going to see what that tastes like. Don't know if you can remember. It says it's a hazy IPA and it's a 5.8. So let's see what this is like.
Yeah, this is the one out of the advent calendar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, that tastes a bit strong for me, that does. What is it, 5.8?
Oh yeah, that's moreish, that. Yeah, you can definitely taste the alcohol at 5.8, but what a beautiful flavour that.
Tastes nice.
Yeah, really hoppy and yeah, it's just what I like from a bit of that. Yes, that's Hop Frenzy. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I've never seen that one before.
I don't know whether that's like a special one or...
See, I like the ones that taste a bit tropical. It says it's tropical.
Yeah, it says it's...
Tropical outburst within.
Yeah. But really tasty, a really refreshing beer, even though it got that obviously higher
It's definitely,
alcohol
you can
level.
tell it's stronger.
Yeah, but we had, at the start of this advent calendar, we had an 8% deeper, didn't we? Which I think is a double IPA.
Yeah.
Which is quite strong. But after like, what, 3 or 4 mouthfuls,
you get used to
alcohol sort of, you lost with the alcohol a little bit, didn't you? You just have the flavour of the beer.
Just had the flavour.
So I do think after a while of drinking a stronger beer, you sort of lean into it almost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying this after a Carling, so...
Yeah, that's like blowing your tits off.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, we're going to drink these and then settle in for the evening, so that's what I think.
Yeah. Oh, just check out the dogs.
Yeah, the dogs are so tired. I think we've wore them out today. So you've got Sabre
on the bench. He's very tired, aren't you, Sabre?
Look at him.
And then Dallas is in his usual place, just off his cushion.
Sort of on his bed, but not. What you tell us?
They're definitely ready to settle in for the evening, aren't they?
Yeah. They've enjoyed walking around York, though.
Definitely. I think it was a bit of a sensory overload for them, wasn't it? With obviously all the people and all the smells and everything.
Everyone kept saying hello to them.
So although we've not really walked a long way, excuse me, a bit of a beer burp there. Sorry. Although we've not walked a long way, obviously because they were smelling everything and there was loads of people coming to talk to them and stuff. Obviously they've had a bit of a sensory overload, so yeah, well tired now. Right, let's settle in for the evening and we'll see you in the morning. Morning!
Morning.
Well, we got up, we had a bit of a lazy morning. We've actually just wandered with the dogs to the sort of retail park that's, what, literally 10-minute walk from here?
Yeah, I think it's called Clifton Moor.
Yeah, and there's a Starbucks, there's a Greggs, well, there's all different, Burger King, McDonald's, there's a lot of
there's a big
options.
Tesco there.
So to be fair, if you were staying here and you needed to get some food or whatever, literally a 10-minute walk and you're at Tesco, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we just ended up getting a Starbucks for a coffee this morning and we ended up with a Greggs pastry for breakfast, so that was good. Really enjoyed our stay in York, haven't we?
Yeah, I've loved it. It's such a nice city.
I tell you what, I've enjoyed it so much. I was just saying, I think maybe we should come back, maybe early or late summer. Maybe see if we can get on the Roundtree campsite that we were planning to get on, just because it's
just so
right
we can,
in the centre of York.
just so we can be within walking distance of the city centre, because you're just not here really. I mean, you could, but it's a long way. It's like 3 miles, isn't it?
Yes, basically. Oh, having said that though, this site is amazing.
Yeah,
if you're
I've
looking
loved it
for a
here.
site in York and maybe you're prepared to get on the park and ride, or you are happy to walk that far with the dogs, this site is amazing.
Or yeah, if you're happy to drive down.
Yeah, to be fair, parking I would say was an issue down in York. Although there are a lot of parking options, a lot of them seemed to be busy.
Yeah,
although
but that could be because it's near Christmas
Exactly,
and people are Christmas shopping and going to the markets and that kind of thing.
But yeah, this campsite, loved it. We had some food, like I said, I had some food in the pub last night. That was really good. Obviously the facilities are great, quite small, but then there are only 13, I think there's maximum 13 pitches, and I don't think, it seems like not all of them are in use all of the time. Like for instance, there's a trailer on one of the pitches.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that means one of them isn't used all the time. But yeah, just a lovely site. People who run it seem really nice.
Very nice, yeah.
We have just had a mission. We didn't know what time you had to check out, so we just thought, well, everybody's left, so I'm guessing. And we didn't check in till 1, so we assumed people wouldn't arrive until maybe 1 o'clock or whatever.
Because they didn't tell us, we didn't know, did we?
So yeah, so then there's people arriving to go on the pitch we're on, so we've just had a mission to get to get packed up. I think we managed to pack up in record time, like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah. Looked like a group of them had...
Yeah, and they all wanted to be together, so that's obviously why they'd been allocated those pitches. But it looks like maybe you're supposed to check out at 11, although it didn't say on any of the blurb or anything. And I don't know, it was about 10 past 11 when we were just meandering and tidying.
We were sort of aiming for 12, weren't we?
Yeah, I sort of thought, well, it must be 12 because we didn't check in till 1. That's when it's check-in at 1. Normally often it's 12 o'clock. So, but yeah, absolutely lovely time. I've absolutely loved York.
Yeah, really,
it's such a cool place.
Really good.
I would definitely, if you've not been to York, I would definitely recommend coming to York. It has been lovely.
Yeah. Only one toilet and one shower, each, isn't there, on this site?
There is a disabled toilet. Now, I don't know whether because sometimes they'll say, oh, if one of them's occupied, you can use a disabled toilet. But I didn't see like that on any of the blurb either.
I have to say I never had to wait. Anytime I went in there, I never had to wait. I think you did once,
I did this
didn't
morning. There was someone in there this morning, but that was fine. I just waited.
I'd say you wouldn't put a giant motorhome on here. The pitches aren't. It's a bit tight, isn't it?
There were across from us yesterday and the day before. There was an I think the woman said 8.2 metre motorhome, so a massive motorhome, and that was pretty much as big as you could possibly get.
You wouldn't get any bigger on there.
But that is a massive.
That is a big motorhome.
You know, don't get me wrong. But for a van of our size, probably 6 metres, up to 6 metres, I think you'd be fine there.
Yeah.
But you'll see from the drone footage I got, it is quite tight, but it's absolutely fine, I think.
And then obviously fully serviced pitch, which is just amazing. It's so convenient.
Having your water on your pitch and you can just empty your waste water straight down.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
So yeah, would highly recommend this site and York. But that's going to be it for this video, isn't it?
Yes.
We're going to start the journey home. I think we've got about 2 hours to home. So that's going to be, this is going to be our last video of the year. So we'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas on the channel and a Happy New Year. We'll catch you at some point with some new videos. But we have just reached a milestone on the channel, which when we started the channel, I mean, we didn't ever think that we would get to this sort of level. But we've just passed 1,000 subscribers, which is amazing. So thank you everyone that's subscribed and that's followed along with the channel. It really means a lot to us to have people watching along with us on our travels and doing our videos. We've really enjoyed it. So yeah, thank you ever so much.
Yeah, thank you. It means a lot.
Definitely. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, drop it a like. As usual, if you'd like to follow along with our travels, subscribe to the channel and we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.